Please remain standing for the presentation of the colors, the national anthem, and the invocation. The national anthem will be performed by Miles Clayton Garver, Senior Vocal Performance Major, and the University Commencement Band conducted by Dr. William Peterson, Assistant Professor of Music.
See by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
The invocation will be given by Dr. Michael Mitchell, Vice President for Student Affairs and Dean of Students.
Will you pray with me? Father, we pause in the beauty of this day and in the magnificence of this occasion with two words: thank you. We thank you for that which is known and unknown. We thank you for each and every journey in this arena today, and today we are grateful to be a part of a milestone in the lives of these South Alabama Jaguars, God. Father, you place people in our lives so that we may learn from them. And we are thankful today for the faculty members who have shared this journey with today's graduates. We acknowledge that today they stand in celebration and in recognition of our graduates, but that they too have learned from the journeys that are represented here today. We are grateful today for the loved ones that you've placed in our lives. We are especially thankful for those who are here today to express love and support. They are here today to give a strong hug, to flash a bright smile, and to say a hearty well done. And for that, we are forever grateful. Father, we ask your blessings on today's speaker. We bless his journey, and we are thankful that a path led him here today. May he inspire the spirits of those who sit amongst us today, Father. Finally, Father, we ask your blessings on today's graduates. We pray that as they leave these hallowed halls, they step into the purpose that you have for them. We pray that they would use this journey and what they've learned to help someone else and to make a difference for us all. Father, we ask your continued blessings on the University of South Alabama and each life that it touches through its mission of promoting discovery, health, and learning. It is in your name we pray. Amen.
Please be seated. Members of the Board of Trustees, faculty and staff, students and family, alumni and friends, we welcome you to the spring 2016 commencement of the University of South Alabama. At today's ceremony, we recognize and honor 2,303 degree candidates. The total number of degrees awarded in USA's history after today will exceed 84,000. We are pleased to recognize the latest group of USA students who have dedicated their time and effort to earn their degrees. Students, your success in getting here today was a result of your hard work and dedication. You knew your education and degree were critical to fulfilling career and personal goals, and I commend each of you for reaching this milestone. However, you did not get here alone. You had help. Faculty members, scholarship donors, and family, parents, grandparents, husbands, wives. I'd like to ask the family and faculty to please stand so that we can recognize them. Thank you. There's another group that deserves our recognition and praise. These are the students who are actively serving our country in the military and cannot be with us today. I also want our graduates who have received their commission and other graduates who have served in the military, National Guard, or reserves to be recognized. Will you please stand? Thank you. Our commencement speaker today has been longer than most of you. At least I hope so. Ken Simon is a 1976 graduate of South, and he's been a member of the Board of Trustees since his appointment in 2009. He currently serves as vice chair of the board. Ken's life has been one of public service. In 1983, he was selected as a White House Fellow and Special Assistant to Attorney General William French Smith. Later, he served as Assistant Director of the Securities and Exchange Commission's Division of Enforcement and as a Circuit Judge in Jefferson County. One of the most important things you should know, Ken was profoundly impacted early in life. Something big happened that surely influenced the direction of the rest of his life. He sat right where you are, as an eager graduate of the University of South Alabama, waiting to use all that he had learned to develop his career and his life. As a student, Ken served as South's first African American Student Government Association president. He was a leader then, and he is a leader now, and we're fortunate to have him on the board. Please help me in welcoming someone who embodies the essence of what it means to be a University of South Alabama graduate, Ken Simon.
Okay, you made it. Bully for you. Grads, I did sit about where you are some years ago, and I have to tell you that it was a scary moment. Maybe not as scary as this moment, but let's go ahead and proceed. First, I want to thank Dr. Waldrop, the administrative team, the leadership team that he has developed here, the faculty, fellow board members, all you moms and dads out there, and family members who have meant so much to these grads. And truly, I mean it, grads, you have made it. And hopefully I can share a few words with you today that will help you understand a little bit more about what you have done and what you can do. But I also want to point out, or at least acknowledge our great orchestra. The music that they have been playing all these years at commencement ceremonies today is about as good as I think it can be. Let's go ahead and give them a round of applause. And the young man, that tenor, who sang the national anthem, man, you belong in New York. That was awesome. A few weeks ago, I was driving through Talladega, and I came upon the Alabama Institute for the Deaf and Blind. And I thought of two things. One, I had never visited Ivy Green, which is Helen Keller's home in Tuscumbia, and I decided that it was about time that I did so. But second, I thought I should reach out to the former president of the Institute, our own Vice President for Development and Alumni Affairs, Dr. Joe Busta. So I sent Dr. Busta an email and letting him know about my visit to Talladega. And the next day, I headed off to Tuscumbia to Helen Keller's home. And I have to tell you, this was one of the most mystical, one of the most profound and unexpected experiences that I ever could have hoped for. You see, Ivy Green is permeated with the life and the work of both Keller and her teacher, Anne Sullivan, and their genius is undeniable. And you know, the great breakthrough moment in Helen's life where she comprehends that first word, water, that's captured in a magnificent sculpture that's been placed in the rotunda of the U.S. Capitol. And the reason that that sculpture is there is due in no small part to the efforts of Dr. Joe Busta. He sort of led the charge on that. He raised the money, conceived the idea, hired the architect, and led the charge for it to be placed in the Capitol. So not only do we want to acknowledge Dr. Busta's work, but more importantly, the subject matter of that work, Helen Keller, and the woman that she worked with, Anne Sullivan. And one of the very many eloquent statements that Helen Keller said about Anne Sullivan was this. She said, "You have heard how I was taught, how a little word from the fingers of another, a ray of light from another soul touched the darkness of my mind, and I found myself, found the world, and found God. It is because my teacher cared about me and broke through the dark, silent imprisonment which held me that I am able to work for myself and for others. If you care, if we can make the people of this great country care, the blind will triumph over blindness." Well, it's not lost on me now that this is the end of National Teacher Appreciation Week. And the collaboration between teacher and student has shaped all of our lives, as well as the life of our community. Teachers have helped us break through the darkness, through the silence, and they have helped us find our voices. One of the greatest gifts that our teachers can give in this journey is to help us find our purpose. So let's talk about this for a moment. You know, grads, your generation is inheriting a mess. You've got the Great Recession that you've had to deal with, underemployment, unemployment, the war on terror, just plain war. But these challenges aren't new, and every generation is shaped by complexity and difficulty. My generation was shaped by the struggle for civil rights. But in every struggle, opportunity exists and purpose exists. So your task then is to move into that purpose. You see, you have been told as no other generation before you that you should not be defined by the old order. You shouldn't let the world tell you who you are. Instead, you've been told, and it's true, that you should find your purpose and let that define you. You've been told that the old order and the old rules have created this mess that we are in, and as members of a new generation, you're more open to new ways of living and thinking and meaning. You're more willing to structure your lives and work in new ways. You're even more willing to move to new jobs, to perform new tasks, live in new neighborhoods, and use new technologies, and start new businesses. Yours truly is a brave new world. But what we didn't tell you is, what is purpose? And how do you find purpose? And what does any of this look like? Exactly how does one come into the realm of success? So I'd like to share with you 3 stories that may give you some insight as you seek to discover your purpose. And the stories involve 3 concepts. Number 1, vision. 2, inspiration. And 3, service. Okay, vision. You see, I can't emphasize more strongly for you to develop a vision for your life. All of us have to feel that life has meaning and that our lives have a purpose and that our rendezvous with destiny awaits us. So our challenge then is to get to know ourselves so well that we instinctively do the things that guide us toward that destiny. It can be frustrating to move aimlessly without a vision of the future, without goals, without strategies, but it takes time for true vision to emerge. You see, authentic vision is the result of a process. It's a process which includes educating yourself, not only with regard to academics, but also about life and its complexities. And it also involves discovering who you are, your strengths and weaknesses, your talents, interests, and aspirations. So by coming to know yourselves, you come to know the world. And in all these ways, your perspective broadens and your vision sharpens. Let me tell you the first of these stories. It's about my mother and the sharp vision that she had for her life. My mother, LaVon Simon, graduated from Central High School in what we used to call the Davis Avenue area as the valedictorian of her class of 1948. She then married my father and went on to junior college with the dream of being a teacher. But children started arriving. 1, 2, 3, in fact, 7 children. And by the time I was born, my parents had moved to the Roger Williams projects. So the dream that she had of being a teacher was put on hold, and she put college aside as those 7 children took turns being born. But as a small child, I often heard my mother talk about how she wanted to be a school teacher someday. And she kept this dream alive when no one else believed her or gave her any support. And with 7 small children to care for, it seemed to be an impossible dream. And yet, even during all those childbearing years of the 50s and 60s, this dream of being a teacher did not die. So in 1963, as the world was changing from the March on Washington, the 16th Street Baptist Church bombing, the Kennedy assassination, so many things were going on then, she was changing too. But we moved out of the projects and we began the process of moving into the mainstream, to the Tolmanville community. And about the same time, after having been out of school for more than a decade, my mother started classes at what's now Bishop State Junior College, or community college. And she finished her 2 years of study at Bishop State with honors, again graduating at the top of her class, and then she started school at USA. And she got her education degree with excellent grades, becoming the first African-American USA graduate. You want to hear something? The amazing thing is that she did this not only with 7 small children, but also while working at night as a short-order cook at Mobile Infirmary Hospital, and often as a domestic, as a second job, during the day while she attended classes. She didn't drive. She had to carpool with others. Someone had to take her to class. She had to get on the bus. Whatever it took, she did it, and she made that happen. Well, my mother was constantly told that she was crazy. I don't know, maybe she was. But she was constantly told that she was crazy to attempt what she had undertaken. A lot of people in her life ridiculed her. They ridiculed the desire that she had and the ambition that she had. But you know what? She proved that she could not be psychologically imprisoned by the words and actions of others. Well, my mother taught reading for many years at Dunbar Middle School. And then she went on to get her master's degree in reading at South. The highlight of her teaching career was recognition in 1983 as Mobile County's Outstanding Reading Teacher of the Year. She was a ray of light for many students seeking to improve their reading skills. Well, our mother's example had a strong and powerful influence on each of her children. And in fact, each one of us followed her to South. There were 6 undergraduate degrees awarded from South in our family. We had one that went to Auburn after a year here. He will never live that down. We had 2 that got graduate degrees from here, and one brother even had 2 masters, got 2 masters from here. But you know what? All of us have drawn on the legacy of goodwill that our mother left for us here. And the reason is she had a mindset, and that mindset was based on her vision of who she was, what she wanted out of life, and what she was willing to give back. My own life story would be a whole lot different, but for the sense of purpose that she had. Okay, that's vision. On to the second word, which was inspiration. You can discover purpose by drawing inspiration from your everyday lives. I think my own life proves that. As a child and teenager and young adult, the most powerful influences that we have are usually our parents, our teachers, and friends. For me, I wanted to be a lawyer. I was inspired by local civil rights lawyers who worked courageously to create justice in our community. But despite my mother's example, it was difficult for me to develop the confidence that I needed to realize this vision of being a lawyer. Although I wanted to be a lawyer, I didn't know if I had the classroom skills that I needed to reach this goal. So one of the first questions that I had and faced in my early days at South was, am I good enough? Am I good enough? Well, a letter I wrote several years ago to my English 101 professor shows how that question was answered. I explained to him that I had attended segregated schools all my life. Segregation had isolated me, and it fueled self-doubts about whether I was as good as white students. And my initial experiences at South drove home for me the gap, a large gap that existed between black and white educational experiences. And I wrote further, Dear Professor Walt Daring, your class is memorable because of the first composition assignment. I don't remember the specifics of the assignment, but I do remember your face and demeanor when you returned the graded papers. You expressed disappointment that as a group, our writing skills were so deficient. You began calling our names to retrieve the papers from the front of the classroom. And I recall several classmates returning to their desks with long faces. But I mustered the courage to look at my grade, and I was shocked when I saw the verdict. A-. More important than the grade were the words that you sketched on the upper right-hand margin of my paper, where you wrote, Educate thyself, brother, and you will go far. Me? These words were meant for me? Was there a mistake? Professor, I can't tell you the impact of this message. It boosted my confidence and affirmed my self-worth. I know it sounds corny, but I was inspired to do well at South and in life. Indeed, life has been good. I did reasonably well at South, and I went to law school and practiced law in Mobile and Washington, D.C., and in Birmingham. I am not sure if you ever knew my name, but I have drawn on those words you gave me many times. It's time now to thank you for them. Thanks. You know what? He wrote me back, and he said, "Dear Mr. Simon, you are right about one thing. I don't remember your face or your name. But I do recall the note I scrawled on your paper. An unusual message. It sprang from a gut feeling that here was intelligence and understanding, and the right words might convey to you the need to develop your potential. So I tossed the words out into the unknown, and you and they have gone far. And now, 20 years later, they return to me in the form of thanks. Well, it is just in time. I have been teaching English for some 27 years now, and have recently begun to wonder whether it's worth the effort, trying to teach people to read and write in the age of television. Your letter seems to say to me, you never know, brother, what your words can do for others. You have restored my faith in teaching. And so the prophecy has been fulfilled, the circle is complete, and now it is my turn to thank you. Thanks. Sincerely, Walt Daring." Well, you see, Professor Daring's word of encouragement inspired me, and they helped release the potential within me. The words that he wrote in my paper, that is, educate yourself, brother, thyself, brother, and you will go far, helped me realize my purpose. Now, I too was then psychologically able to accept the idea that I was good enough. And so I became successful in the classroom, and this allowed me to escape from the prison that I found myself within, and I made a clean break with a self-doubting past. So I came to realize that I actually had a future in which I was finally free to believe in myself. I was ready to become a lawyer. Well, I hope that you'll take the time to get to know Professor Daring's body of work, although he's now retired. He's a poet with many published works. He's a very deep thinker, as reflected in his works of prose, and he is a great artist with bold and original ideas. And somehow his wife, Jean, has accepted the fact that their house is as much as an art gallery as it has been a home for their 8 children. So, Professor Daring, are you here? Would you wave to us, please, and stand if you can? Thank you so much. And the last word is this. It's service. You know, many people come to a realization that their own lives are connected with the life of the community in which they live. And so when we look around, we see these great universities like USA, we see hospitals and community agencies and schools and churches. But we take these institutions for granted, as if they had somehow magically appeared. But in almost every case, they exist because someone made a commitment to serve others. Someone developed the idea, like that sculpture of Helen Keller. Someone supplied the funds. Someone manages the institution. And someone works every day to make sure that the services are there for those who are in need. So our service and our commitment to others allow us to uncover the talents and the gifts and the strengths that reflect our purpose. So this leads to my last story. In April of 1980, the Bay Area Food Bank was born in the city of Mobile at a meeting that was organized by a longtime city of Mobile employee. His name was Will Wetzel. Will had the vision of starting a food bank, and he convened a meeting to discuss the concept and to move forward. So he recruited me, a novice lawyer, to assist in the effort, along with several others, including Sister Romana Statz and Reverend Fred Toland. A broader steering committee was formed, and somehow I got to be the chair. Well, I didn't know anything about organizing a food bank or a hunger relief organization, but after a couple of months or so after our initial meeting, the food bank was incorporated as a nonprofit corporation. And soon afterward, I met one Sunday morning with a committee from All Saints Episcopal Church. That committee included one of my history professors, Dr. Woody Hannum. All Saints supplied $5,000 in seed money and connected us with an organizational expert from USA. We were then provided a building in downtown Mobile owned by the Catholic Diocese, rent-free, and dedicated volunteers started to arrive to get the food bank up and running. And food arrived in substantial quantities from local grocery stores, from food distributors, and eventually from a national food bank network. And within a short period of time, I was beyond my realm of experience and expertise. So a couple of years after the first meeting, I bowed out as talented and more experienced community and business leaders stepped in. But over the years, the Bay Area Food Bank has grown steadily. And over the last 15 years or so, under the amazing leadership of Executive Director David Rainey, who, by the way, is a former USA military history professor, or a military science professor, the food bank has really taken off. And it now serves the hungry in 24 counties of Alabama, Florida, and Mississippi. And today it supports more than 700 feeding programs for more than 450 local agencies. It distributes 20 million pounds of food on an annual basis and is the leading distributor of food and supplies into disaster relief operations in the Gulf Coast region. Last year, it even provided 16 million meals. So today, the Bay Area Food Bank repairs breaches in the lives of those who have been devastated by hurricanes and those who have been wounded by the hurricanes of life. And it is rebranding to better reflect its geographical reach. And it's going to go by a new name soon, which will be known as Feeding the Gulf Coast. But there's more to the story. Well, on the morning of July 7th, 2010, I marked it down, as I prepared for work, I caught a few minutes of the Today Show. Today was about to reveal the winner of a $100,000 grant from the Pepsi Refresh Project. Several hunger relief organizations from all over the country were competing for the award, and the 4 finalists were gathered in their hometowns. So with cameras rolling in each location and with drums rolling in New York City, Today Show host Meredith Vieira prepared to announce the winner. So I was standing there breathless, waiting to hear what she said. And she then announced the winner of the $100,000 prize, the Bay Area Food Bank. So 30 years from the time in which the food bank was little more than an idea in Will Wetzel's head, I was just dumbstruck and amazed at the reality of the moment that was unfolding on television. So from the time that All Saints provided seed money and the Catholic Diocese provided a modest building, those seeds had produced a bountiful harvest throughout the region. Now, I tell this story for several reasons. One is to show you how you can make a difference in the world through service to others, even though it seems that your own contribution is no larger than a mustard seed. And this is an important path to finding your purpose. But I also wish to focus on one of the actors in the story, Dr. Woody Hannum. You see, Dr. Hannum not only serves his faith community, but throughout his career, he has served the USA community. I recall his History 101 class, where again, you got this scared, naive freshman, the one that I told you about earlier, trying to find his voice in other ways. And specifically, I was trying to use new words and sentences. So on one exam, I used the word exacerbate. In another exam, I used the word extirpate. Those are words that I didn't know then, still don't know how to use in a sentence. But Dr. Hannum didn't embarrass me, he didn't ridicule me as I struggled to develop a better vocabulary. But instead, he took note of those words and he reached out to me and he encouraged me to continue to try to use them. This truly was a great encouragement, but this was also true service in action. But during my time at South, Dr. Hannum served students in other ways, including by serving as faculty advisor to the History Honorary Society and other student leadership groups. But he has also served the university at large in so many other ways. He not only carried his normal teaching load, but taught in and he served as Associate Dean of the School of Continuing Education. And he and his wife, Foy, have contributed to the life of Mobile through service to many community organizations, and they have helped sustain the vitality of the Oakley Garden District, where they've lived for many years. And on the occasion of USA's 50th anniversary, Dr. Hannum was named one of the university's 50 most outstanding faculty members. Dr. Hannum, where are you? Would you stand so everyone can see you? Well, I got two more words for you. Thank you. Well, once you have discovered your purpose through vision and inspiration and service, the question then becomes, what can you offer the community, the state, the nation? You may say that I'm just one person, I can't make a difference. You may not know a lot of people, but I want you to think about how you can make a better world. I want to encourage you to embrace the concept of creative tension. Creative tension exists when discord or conflict results in new ideas and better outcomes. Martin Luther King's letter from a Birmingham jail spoke of the need for creative tension that was necessary for growth and the struggle for freedom. And by this, he meant that growth and creativity occur when persons who challenge the status quo create the kind of tension in society that helps others see the light of truth and understanding. So this is a challenge, or rather an opportunity to use creative tension to help others see the light of day. So you can raise the level of creative tension in society in a way that produces growth, learning, and knowledge. But there are countless other ways and opportunities for creative tension today. So as the world waits in hope, it asks, where are today's Martin Luther Kings who would dream bold dreams and articulate new visions? Where are those who would embrace creative tension, challenge the status quo, and seize the day? And where are those who would share bread with the hungry and provide shelter for the homeless and clothe the naked? And where are the Ann Sullivans who would unlock the potential of others so that they can see, hear, and speak in new ways? Well, I know where they are. They are in this very room. And may I introduce to you a couple of things that are being done even now. Well, there was a team of USA students that recently won the first Airbus Innovation Showdown, a national competition among college students to help Airbus create the aircraft of the future. USA students finished first and second in the Innovation Showdown. And that competition involved collaboration between students from the College of Engineering. Where's our College of Engineering, folks? There we go. Yeah, I never thought I would live to see the day when it was cool. It might be cool to be an engineer, but there we are. That's where the cool people are. The collaboration also involved the Mitchell School of Business as well as the School of Computing. So we've got this collaboration thing going in a way that lets us see a broader vision beyond just ourselves and what we can achieve individually, but more importantly, what we can achieve by working together. Let me give you another example. You see, the tradition of collaboration between teacher and student to achieve breakthrough in overcoming the physical disabilities of life is embodied in the work done by the College of Nursing and the College of Allied Health Professions. You know, these are the ones who are the Ann Sullivans of today. Among other things, they help students develop their speech potential, language potential, and they help hearing development. But there's this really cool thing that our students in nursing and allied health, med school, pharmacy school, and other students are doing. It's called the Student-Run Free Clinic. So USA students volunteer at the clinic, and they're supervised by medical professionals who also volunteer their time. Students work as a team when visiting patients. And the Student-Run Free Clinic was created entirely by students and provides free wellness services to the homeless. Where are our allied health professional students? There we are. And our nursing students. Well, since you mentioned nursing, let me give a shout out to my mother-in-law. Where is she? Ma? Marietta Andre. You see, she's here watching these young nursing students graduate, but she was a nurse for many years at Providence Hospital, and she also spent time working as a nurse for the Mobile County Department of Health. She got her training at Tuskegee, and even today she knows more medicine and more wellness than you can imagine. But let me just say this. Oh yeah, her daughters, my wife Sabrina and her sister Cassandra, they were candy stripers back in the day. If you don't know what that is, ask your mom and dad. But so that I can score some brownie points, let me say, Happy Mother's Day to you all. Okay, let me wrap up. Helen Keller, we get back to her. She said, "It's because our teachers cared about us and broke through the dark, silent imprisonment from which we were able to work for ourselves and for others. So if we care, if we can make the people of this great country care, we will triumph over blindness. And so together, we can live purposefully. So let me just say to you, continue to educate yourselves, brothers and sisters, and you will grow far." Thank you.
Thank you, Ken, for your inspiring message. For many reasons, we're very proud to have you as a graduate of the University of South Alabama. Let's give him another round of applause. Graduates, please remain in your seats until the ceremony has ended in order that you and all your fellow graduates can receive the recognition you deserve. Those who have come to honor our graduates, we understand your excitement and enthusiasm. However, please be mindful that all of our graduates deserve equal respect. Excessive and prolonged cheering and applause can drown out the name in the moment for the next graduate. Please be considerate. We proceed to the awarding of the bachelor's degrees to those candidates who have completed the required course of study. Dr. David Johnson, Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs, will present the candidates for their respective degrees.
Candidates for the bachelor's degrees in the Mitchell College of Business, the College of Engineering, the Pat Capps Covey College of Allied Health Professions, the College of Nursing, and the faculty in those colleges, please stand, and students, please remain standing. Mr. President, these students and those whose names appear in the printed program are candidates for degrees in the academic units just named. On behalf of the faculty of those units, I recommend that the degrees be awarded to those candidates who have completed the required program of studies.
By virtue of the authority granted to me by the Board of Trustees, I hereby award to each of you who has completed the required program of studies the degree for which you have been recommended, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining. Please be seated, and the marshals will direct you to the stage.
Dr. Bob Wood, Dean of the Mitchell College of Business, will present the diplomas, and President Waldrop will congratulate the degree candidates. Mr. Robert Lowry will call the roll.
Brittany Adnams, Hassan M. Akhtar al-Salabi, Nasser Mohammed Al-Abbas, Youssef Kalkan Al-Bahri, Abdulaziz Abdullah Al-Shahi, Theodore Kyle Alvis Jr., Marwan Ibrahim Al-Zahrani, Rachel Lee Anderson, Erica Lachey Ashford, Miranda Kyle Baker, Matthew Stephen Barnes, Maya Kiana Barnes, Morgan Marie Barnes, Jalisa Janae Barton, Armand Bayatpour, Allison Brooke Beck, magna cum laude, Nicholas Stephen Blakely, cum laude, Lachelle Lee Blow, Jordan Robert Bolda, Savannah Reed Boyd, summa cum laude, Shelby Page Brister, Amanda Brooke Brown, Ashley Wanell Brown, magna cum laude, Kayla Deanne Brown, Morgan Elizabeth Brown, cum laude, Amber Jamise Bryant, Sue A. Bug, magna cum laude, Jalari Ladon Bird, Jared Wilson Carter, Jessica Laura Carter, Bryce Connor Coleman, John Paul Cook, Lauren O'Rourke Corbett, Lauren Elizabeth Cranford, cum laude, Nehemiah Daly, Chelsea Marie Daniel, Jenna Renee Darwood, summa cum laude, Gwenessa Cunningham Davis, Thomas Christian Day, magna cum laude, David Warren Dean, Rachel Hope Deininger. Catherine Marie Sharon Donkel, cum laude. Wesley Stewart Drake. Allie Elizabeth Dunnigan, magna cum laude. Blake Dennis Elmore. Emily Brooke Entricken. Brandon Lee Eubanks. Tracy Blake Foley. Kimaria Starrier Frazier. Takira Maria Frazier. Cameron Michael Gates. James Philip Giatina, Jr. Emily Dora Guess. Robert Kenneth Hall. Jonathan Fletcher Hansert. Jared Gibbons Hartley, cum laude. Mohammed Ramez Hassan. James Paul Hedricks, summa cum laude. Catherine Ann Hicks. Audrey Jill Hofer, magna cum laude. Lauren Kate Howland. Haley B. Hudson. Miles Christian Shane Halsey, cum laude. Emilia Ann Hunt. Megan Kathleen Jacobs. Anna Marie Johnson, cum laude. Kelsey Lisa Jones. Mitchell James Kavanaugh. Taylor Jeanette Keith. Derek Deontay Kelly. Adrian Antoine Allen King. Casey Brett Knight, magna cum laude. Ramita Lama. Garrett Thomas Langan. Clay Michael Machin. Aryan James Meter. Stephanie Marie Miracle, magna cum laude. Joshua Clark Mitchell, cum laude. Timothy Paul Montalban. Philip Michael Moore II. Ryan Nath Moore. James Stephen Mosier, summa cum laude, University Honors Program. Elizabeth T. Wynn. William Anthony Nolan, Jr. Sonia Nonkovic. Catherine Nicole Pate. Hetal Patel, summa cum laude. Jaleel Tariq Payne, cum laude. Ashton Elizabeth Phillips. Casey Amanda Pierce. Erica Lachey Prim, cum laude. Joseph Thomas Rabel, summa cum laude. Renee McCullough Ramdeen. Ryan Thomas Raspino. Meredith Olivia Reed. Jamal Chavez Rhodes. Sean Robert Risner. Viviana Rodriguez. Cody J. Sanchez. Kyle Allen Sappington. Jordan Christopher Searchfield. Ryan Lucas Savigny. Joseph Emmanuel Schellenberger III. Sarah Ann Schultz. Jacori Q. Simmons. Alan Michael Smith, cum laude, University Honors Program. Taylor Alexandria Smith, summa cum laude, University Honors Program. William Earl Smith. Nadia Nicole Snowden. Stephen Warren Soldo. Devery Ernest Stallings. Hillary Manos Stanley. Melissa Dawn Stargel. John Landon Stennett, magna cum laude. Savannah Nicole Stewart. Stephen Andrew Swinney. Paul Leland Tapia, Jr. Javante Omar Thigpen. Juan Ignacio Troglia. David Allen Tucker. Melissa Michelle Twig. Kevin Lionel Vanterpool. Zachary Owen Wester. Ashley Nicole Williams. Crystal Nicole Williams. Caitlin Cheney Yawn. Alan Field Chow.
Dr. John Stedman, Dean of the College of Engineering, will present the diplomas, and President Waldrop will congratulate the degree candidates.
Hussam Salman Al Abdul Mohsin. Lafi Mezyed Al Azimi. Kyle E. Albritton, magna cum laude. Abdulaziz Ayid Al Katani. Craig Michael Browning. Benjamin Josiah Burleson, summa cum laude, University Honors Program. Renuel Louis Aquino Delgado, magna cum laude, Departmental Honors Program. Zachary Michael Fox, summa cum laude, University Honors Program. Fatima Ali Hamad, magna cum laude, Departmental Honors Program. Bradley Daly Harris, summa cum laude, Departmental Honors Program. Christian David Harwood. Colton James Headley, cum laude. Ryan Wiley Hutchison, summa cum laude. Tyler Randall Casper. Haley Lynn Kelly, cum laude. Anna Gail Kent. Brady Dwight King, cum laude. Tony Fong Lee. Sadiq Abdullah Mahfoud. Tony Allen Miller, cum laude, Departmental Honors Program. Robert Carl Mines, summa cum laude, University Honors Program. Benedict Donald Morrison III. Kenny Tian Wen. Brian Randy Orr. Caitlin Elizabeth Peru. Hussein Yahya Sawan. Timothy James Sebach. Raymond Omar Siddiqui. William Charles Spikes, Jr., summa cum laude, Departmental Honors Program. Annie Tian Kim Tran. Evan Allen Winfield, cum laude, Departmental Honors Program. Stanley Clinton Akers, Jr. Timothy J. Caldwell II. Michael Perry Chambers. Matthew Donald Edwards. Austin Blake Forwood, cum laude. Andrew Michael Hadaway. Patrick Tyler Hattaw. Marshall Weed Hayden, cum laude. Kamal Georges Jabour, magna cum laude. Tyler Collins Joyner. Jeremy Dwayne Jones. Gregory Wayne Lorino. Luis A. McMurphy. Neil Allen Mock. Sean Andre Morris. Ifezua Vincent Obiako, cum laude. Benjamin John Piment, cum laude. Brennan William Poche. Jason Michael Ramshur. Raven Elise Simpson. Kenneth Kyle Taylor. Cody Michael Wallace. Matthew Christopher Monday, cum laude. Brandon Nicholas Robinson, cum laude. Justin Cummings Saucier. Abdul Rahman Mohammed Manain. Preston Scott Busby. Zachary Gerald Charlton. Brandon Michael Kerrigan, summa cum laude. Vincent La, magna cum laude. Anka L. Luca, cum laude. Eric Clyde Lynn. David William Manley. William Jonathan Mullins, summa cum laude. Jonathan Bernard Robinson, Jr. Patrick Michael Rohr, cum laude. Joshua Thomas Swindle. Vivi Thomas, summa cum laude. Boyan Ladinov Vasilev. Eric Robert Wilkerson. Stephanie Diane Woodard. Joshua Bryant Yiend, magna cum laude. Ahmed Salim Alaboud. Warren Ikashi Alebe. Mohammed Kamis Atamimi. Ethan Raleigh Anderson, cum laude. Marzia Kanseri Atig, magna cum laude. Darla Faye Barria, cum laude. Madison Blake Ball. Feribors Bayat, summa cum laude. William Matthew Blunt. Fritzik Paul Boudreau III. Mark A. Butler, Jr. Richard Caleb Cochran. Nathan Cole Commander. David Connor Denton, summa cum laude, University Honors Program. John Andrew Falk III, cum laude. Kenton Blaine Fillingim, cum laude, University Honors Program. Jason Theodore Gomes. Juan Carlos Guzman. Matthew Brian Hancock, magna cum laude. Lien Nok Hong, magna cum laude. Marcus Alexander Hautzager. Nia Trong Nguyen. Christopher Nolan Ingram, magna cum laude. Jerron James Henry Kiger. Donald August Knott III. Kent Gregory Lino. Zachary Sanford Lloyd. Nicholas E. Lombardo. Mun Duk Lu. Clever Mumbo Weninga. Christina Josephine McRory. Daniel Patrick Mooney. Caden James Moore, magna cum laude, University Honors Program. George Edward Moore, magna cum laude. Matthew Edward Moore, cum laude, University Honors Program. Riley Charles Moore. Jonathan A. Morrison. Michael Allen Nelson, cum laude. Cody Allen Owens. Joshua Henry Panoni. Michael Ong Pham. Stephen Wayne Ray. Matthew Daniel Rhodes. Brandon Michael Riddlemeyer, summa cum laude, University Honors Program. Sean Garrett Robinson. David Christopher Sowers, cum laude. Lisa Melanie Chevalier, cum laude, University Honors Program. Jonathan Chancellor Smith, cum laude. Austin Reese Spalding. Garrett Lane Taylor. Andrew Edward Tyndall. Tambari Cecile Wikina. Edward Dwight Trey Williams V, cum laude. Bonnie Francis Raguen, summa cum laude, University Honors Program.
Dr. Richard Talbot, Dean of the Pat Capps Covey College of Allied Health Professions, will present the diplomas, and President Waldrop will congratulate the degree candidates.
Justin Richard Beasley, magna cum laude. Sarah Lindsay Brown. Jonathan Min Bowie, cum laude. Alicia Elizabeth Karuba. Justin Tyler Cullifer, summa cum laude. Corey Jonathan Dees. Austin Taylor Egbert, magna cum laude. Hayden Elizabeth Ellis. Megan Marie Irwin, cum laude. Gerald Galen Garriga, magna cum laude. Haley Marie Hancock, magna cum laude. Jordan Page Harrison, cum laude. Sarah Allison Harvey. Sammy Ramez Hassan. Gabrielle Nicole Hobbs. Lindsay Marie Hollub. Matthew Tyler Johnston, summa cum laude. Saida Farah Kayla Kabir. Mary Rebecca King, also Bachelor of Arts. Caitlin McKinley Laughlin, magna cum laude, University Honors Program. Janice Marie Mitchell, cum laude, University Honors Program. Mong Twin T. Wen, cum laude. Reka Paladugu, cum laude. Anu Pandit, cum laude, University Honors Program. Mayank P. Patel, summa cum laude. Tessa Elise Patterson, magna cum laude. James Coe Pham. Marquita Shide Pointer. Dantel LaRon Richardson. Darrell Jaron Richardson. Anna Maria Sagorovich. Joshua Hunter Ali Soleimani, magna cum laude. William Ray Stevens. Sierra Danielle Thomas. Madeline Sophia Trout, cum laude, University Honors Program. Cade Allen Watson, magna cum laude. Grace Elizabeth Willoughby. Savannah Noel Winslet. Maher Salah Al-Johani. Badr Mashan Al-Mutari. Talal Hamed Alunazi, cum laude. Majed Eid Alotebi. Tanoa Renee Bearmore. Vaughn Patterson Blackshear. Shanaris Lamar Briggins Pollard. Amanda Blake Givens. Alexis Nicole James. Taylor Danielle Moy. Koi Kwa Tan Nguyen. Christy Kara Schmidt. Marissa Danielle Sims. Christian Nicole Truitt. James Michael Allen. Brandon Looper. Richard Glenn Miller, Jr. Alexandria Nicole Smith, magna cum laude. Ashley Jordan Smolha. Anissa Kamal Aldoluj. Salah Abdul Rahman Al-Hawasi. Khalid Al-Ogbi, magna cum laude. Ibrahim Saad Al-Qatani, cum laude. Musa Atik Al-Shamim Amari. Ibrahim Zaid Al-Suleiman. Turner Clint Armstrong. Alexis Michelle Austin. Elena Mulan Barnes. Dominic Taisha Barnett. Elaine Julia Beres. Rachel Evelyn Beach. Tamika Valeria Bennett. Amber Alicia Blackmore. Cameron Trayvon Broadnax. Kristen Nicole Bryant. Shakar M. Campbell. Jennifer Alice Clemens. Kaylee Lee Cobbs, summa cum laude. Natalie Alexandria Collins. Marissa Lenore Cook, magna cum laude. Chelsea Logan Covey. Andreas DeAndre Craig. Catherine Shelby Custer. Jaretta Malai Daniels. Hannah Michelle Davis, summa cum laude. Alina Georgina Dupree. Emmanuel O'Shea Eskridge. Ebony Shantez Foster. Jasmine Nicole Garner. Vontavious Santuan Gibson. Sophie Elizabeth Gerardo, magna cum laude. Jasmine Simone Goldman. Joseph Ryan Goodrum. Lashana Taliba Goodwin. Marcella Talea Griffin. Jonathan Ray Harris. Cassandra Deshawn Hayes. Shaquita Ann Henderson. John Cole Hildreth. Shanika Paula Lysandra Hope. Chanel Nay Lysandra Hope. Karyana Monique Huff. Chiamaka Olivia Iquifuna. Tia S. Irvine. Adriana G. Jackson. Arnisha Sade James. Natalia Abril Johnson. Skyla Shanice Jones. Brianna Ray Kelly. Kelsey Glover Klein, cum laude. Caitlin Nicole Nippers. Sarah Renee Ladnier. Amanda Elizabeth Langdon. Carmen Elaine Lindsay. Daniqua Jamia Lockett. Brandy Chantel Ludgood. Mona A. Maroof. Jared Maldonado. Kiaria Cleavon May. Shaminia LaQuinda McCullough. Malik Jasper Kwesi McMullen. Devin Michael Menenga. Christian Francis Milliken. Alshaniqua Charday Minor. Derek Brant Moore. Kaylin Moni Neal. Jiahuan Hu Nguyen. Galandre Ostyson. April Nicole Page. Jonathan William Pennington, cum laude. Bria Monet Porine Wynn. Bria Janzel Potts. Portia Renee Pugh. Megan Elizabeth Radalju. Jessica Ann Reed. Chastity Jacola Robbins. Courtney Shea Robinson. Carly Nicole Robinson. Brittany Nicole Rogers. Eric Benjamin Saucier. Jocelyn Yvonne Saxon. Catherine Emily Scott, cum laude. Rory DeAndre Scott. Jamie Lauren Silhan. Victoria Allison Sellers. Victoria Fawn Sermons. Bria Yvonne Shepard. Kelly Ann Sheridan. Stephen Todd Schatz, cum laude. Whitney Reagan Sims, magna cum laude. Sharnisha Duantez Taplet. Laura Amanda Thompson. Melissa Louise Gaines Trevecca. Adrian Michelle Williams. Jared Christian Wright. Abdul Rahman Ibrahim Abu Akil. Mohammed Saud Halali. Joseph Christian Alador. Tarek Safar Amojada, cum laude. Tony Ann Brannon. Maria Claire Brooker. Jada Elizabeth Carney, magna cum laude. Caitlin Kumari Chowdhury. Donald Eugene Coral IV. Abdullah Mohammed Dahi. Kershila Quatandra Dickerson. Chelsea Diane Dobbs. Hannah Marie Duke. Emily Blanche Fagan. Hannah Michelle Galley. Lucy Yvette Hillary. Grace Elaine Hofer. Chase Franklin Holly. Yvette Chase Huff. Cameron Hayden James, cum laude. Katie Ann Knabel. Matthew Lee Knorr. Mallory Diana Langham. Haley Joe Mason. Natalie Patrice McLean. Wesley Adam McPherson. Mary Page Murph. Alexandra Nicole Nash. David Sherwood Scott. Haley Morgan Summers. Alexandria Taylor St. John, magna cum laude. Brooklyn Danielle Strozier. Kate Noel Tardibuono, magna cum laude. Aubrey Yvette Wayne. Tracy Gambrell Yelverton. Lydia Ann Zorn, summa cum laude. Haley Faith Archer, cum laude. Allie Taylor Austin, magna cum laude. Ashley Chambers Brock, summa cum laude. Brianne Dawn Ducote. Carly Nicole Dias. Jamie Marie Grimes. Morgan Dare Hicks, magna cum laude. Michael Chase Mascolo. Autrion Deanne Monroe, magna cum laude. Nak Juliette Michelle Nguyen, magna cum laude. Sydney Cole Odom, summa cum laude. Ashla Walton Palmer, cum laude. Ashley Michelle Seymour. Brianna Latrice Sims. Kayla Morgan Squires, summa cum laude. Amy Catherine Stokes, cum laude. Hannah Rebecca Stuckey, cum laude. Nicole Elaine Walker. Mary Ruth Woodall.
Dr. Deborah Davis, Dean of the College of Nursing, will present the diplomas, and President Waldrop will congratulate the degree candidates.
Casey Lynn Akeridge. Erica Lynn Alexander, cum laude. Obed Awad Alutebi. Andrew William Barrett. Katie Ann Beitler. Stephanie Jane Bishop. Paige Elizabeth Bracken. Rhonda M. Brannon, magna cum laude. Lacey J. Ann Retz. Emily Ruth Brock. Peyton Rebecca Bryan, cum laude. Tyler Young Chapman, magna cum laude. Rhonda Coffey. Stephanie Lachelle Cook. Zane Amazia Cooley. Mitzi Lynn Cooper. Kristen Elizabeth Cordray. Matthew Patrick Davis. Megan Ann Davis. Cody Garrett Driver. Alexandra Lynn Duffy, cum laude. Christina Marie Dykes. Ashley Nicole Escura. Heidi Elizabeth Evans, cum laude, Departmental Honors Program. Cynthia Ellen Fletcher. Sarah Christine Fleet. Jessica Shantae Gordon. Christopher Adam Gwynn. Justina U. Hawkins. Maria Nicole Hall. Kirsten Marina Hamilton. Tiffany N. Hawley. Rachel Ann Hopko, cum laude. Adriana Nicole Jackson. Summer Lee Jones. Eva Jeanette Katz. Mary Ann Cassee. Bonnie Diane Kilcrease. Stephen Joseph Knowles, cum laude, Departmental Honors Program. Kelsey Marie Long. Dennis Alfred Malone III. Jasmine Perline Malone. Justin James Mahon. Kayla Jane McCall, magna cum laude. Carnisha Quante McCoy. Yulia Serginieva Musienko. Lauren Amelia Neely, cum laude. Sheila Ann Nicholson. Amanda Nicole O'Bannon. Lindsay Catherine Polk. Zachary Philip Ryan Press. Caitlin Deanne Robertson. Erica Nicole Roan. Megan Perry Saucer. Savannah Kirsten Singley. Tiffany Lachey Smith. Carlos Trey Stutz. Jennifer Ty. Stephanie Suzanne Toothaker. Megan Tu Vu. David Bradley Ward. Emily Lynn Waters. Brian Zachary Witten. Chelsea Dale Wilkinson. Elizabeth Bosita Williams.
We proceed to the awarding of the master's degrees to those candidates who have completed the required course of study. Provost Johnson will present the candidates for their respective degrees.
Candidates for the master's degrees in the Mitchell College of Business, the College of Engineering, the Pat Capps Covey College of Allied Health Professions, the College of Nursing, and the graduate faculty in these colleges, please stand. Students remain standing. Mr. President, these students and those whose names appear in the printed program are candidates for degrees in the academic units just named. On behalf of the graduate faculty, I recommend that the degrees be awarded to those candidates who have completed the required program of studies.
By virtue of the authority granted to me by the Board of Trustees, I hereby award to each of you who has completed the required program of studies the degrees for which you have been recommended, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining. Please be seated, and the marshals will direct you to the stage.
Dr. Keith Harrison, Associate Vice President of Academic Affairs and Dean of the Graduate School, will present the diplomas. President Waldrop and the respective college dean will congratulate the degree candidates. Dr. Isabel Brown will call the roll.
Mitchell College of Business, James Tyler Brown, Ka Wen Lee, Victoria Jade Bridges, Rachel Elizabeth Corley, Alex Middleton Demoy, Yulia Yurievna Fedko, Kevin Neal Foster, Jessica Sherrod Henson, Chase Scott Labrato, Paul Caesar Leon, Julianne Rose Miller, Rebecca Tang, Sharonda Monique Watkins, Garrett Muncie Williams, Gregory Augustin Zeman, Jr., College of Engineering, Sean Patrick Byrne, Arnav Rajbandari, Ranadeep Ravula, Shravan Kumar Akula, Ranadeep Reddy Aluri, Srikant Reddy Anugu, Mohan Apalabaktula, Sri Depti Atluri, Shivasamant Reddy Basanagari, Biplav Burtel, Aparna Bolla, Malika Changanti, Kartik Chela Narasimba Reddy, Anil Chirra, Vatsalya Davuluri, Robert Benjamin Dells, Mohand Gali, Sunny Kumar Jamulamudi, Kartik Reddy Jidipali, Srikant Reddy Kisari, Satya Kumar Kosuru, Vinayak Alias Madhav Kulkarni, Mariadas Malavarapu, Rajesh Manikanta Manava, Srujan Mantena, Mohamed Moniruzaman, Jagadish Muva, Nagaraju Neluri, Venkatanaga Yasvant Gupta Nidamanuri, Bharat Vamsi Pagolu, Srinivasa Gopi Kumar Pediredi, Sairam Ponugoti, Venkata Bhargav Racharla, Sairam Ramanadam, Mohammed Shakawat Hossain, Naga Santi Cherukuri, Sundarya Yalamanchili, Naga Venkata Govardhana Dinesh Simhadri, Kinesh Sani, Priyatam Reddy Tamma, Guru Swarup Reddy Tota, Nitin Krishna Tununguntla, Akil Valaboju, Hamza M. Abasi, Akhilesh Nalubala, Venkata Raghavendra Narayanam, Neil Kanchambai Patel, Pat Caps Covey, College of Allied Health Professions, Kristen Ashley Butala, Nicole Beatrice Drake, Katie Elizabeth Gilmore, Monique Emilia Harris, Chelsea Marie Hedden, Leslie Nicole Herman, Bailey Patricia Hudson, Kristen Walker Hughes, Rebecca Michelle Jennison, Karima Elizabeth Kemp, Jordan Elizabeth Neal, Bryce Anita Rogers Ofsfalm, Alexandria Graham Shaver, Erica Lynn Slater, Kam Yan Ti Trong, Taylor Kiana Wallace, Elizabeth Ann Wesson, Brittany Jade Wolfe, College of Nursing, Peter Richard Accorti, Miriam A. Adebayo, Talmika Gabriel Bailey, Tierra Elonda Brown, Letitia Shanae Cook Webb, Susan Miranda Damian, Luimaco A. Dawson, William Anthony Feibig, Shaqualer Monique Hart, Melissa June Hodap, Chantrell Marie Hodges, Alicia Winetta Johnson, Brittany Lowry McDaniel, Tina Sue Ray, Mary Laura Sawyer, Jamie Sue Sheridan, Pamela M. Silva, Latoya Simon, Gwen Patricia Smith, Katie Ellison Spearman, Jennifer Dye Standridge, Wadia Sophia Sterrett, Jessica Morin Suit, Aladrian Nicole Torbert, Becca Gebermichael Urgesa, Megan Esco Westbrook, Kimberly Renee White, Elizabeth Faye Williams, Kimberly Rachel Wright, Mabel Lemunyu Yuyun, Carrie Danielle Zisa, Elizabeth Hogan Slusher.
We proceed to the awarding of the doctoral degrees for these candidates who have completed the required course of study. Provost Johnson will present the candidates for their respective degrees.
Candidates in the Pat Capps Covey College of Allied Health Professions for the Doctor of Audiology and the Doctor of Physical Therapy degrees, and the graduate faculty of those departments, please stand, and students remain standing. Mr. President, these students and those whose names appear in the printed program are candidates for the degrees in the academic units just named. On behalf of the graduate faculty, I recommend that the degrees be awarded to those candidates who have completed the required program of studies.
By virtue of the authority granted to me by the Board of Trustees, I hereby award to each of you who has completed the required program of studies the degrees for which you have been recommended, with all rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining. The marshals will direct you to the stage.
Dr. Richard Talbot, Dean of the Pat Capps Covey College of Allied Health Professions, will present the diplomas. President Waldrop and members of the Board of Trustees will join me in congratulating the degree candidates. Candidates for the Doctor of Audiology and Doctor of Physical Therapy degrees, please advance to receive your diploma.
Molly Francis Brown, Joseph Andrew Carter, Anna Mattox Grady, Sydney Christine Freeman, Leah Quinn Lewis, Amber Lynn McCullough, Rebecca Lynn Welty, Kelsey Marie Williams, Michael Brenton Anderson, Nadia Sarat Araneyad, Michael Aaron Ard, Lauren Jane Berrios, Lee Patton Bland, Rachel Ellen Blavis, Joshua Michael Cash, Mary Elizabeth Davis, Emily Catherine DeVries, Catherine Denise Fulham, Kayla Atchison Glenzer, Taylor Trent Hallam, Caitlin Louise Hambrick, Brittany Nicole Hanks, Charles McKee Hubbard, Megan Kaiser Jackson, Jade Marion Jones, Bonita Morgan Linder, Callie McGrew Lyon, Allison Lynn McKay, Albert James Mahan IV, Bradley Kyle Murph, Dalton Allen Newell, Benjamin Scott Parrish, Lauren Lewis Peedy, Kristen Leanne Pontius, Lauren Catherine Reese, Lauren Elizabeth Roberts, Sarah Nicole Roberts, Erin Raynell Sparks, Garris Nicole Strickland, Amber Lynn Summerall, John Paul Taylor, Hunter Stephen Todd, Lindsay Brooke Tubb, Matthew Jude Wilt, Brandon Scott Wyatt, Joseph William Zabrowski,
Candidates in the graduate school for the Doctor of Business Administration degree and the graduate faculty of this college, please stand, and students remain standing. Mr. President, these students are candidates for the degree in the academic unit just named and have completed the requirements for their degree. And on behalf of the graduate faculty, I recommend these degrees be awarded.
By virtue of the authority granted to me by the Board of Trustees, I hereby award to each of you who has completed the required program of studies the degree for which you have been recommended, with all the rights, privileges, responsibilities, and obligations thereunto appertaining. The marshals will direct you to the stage.
Dr. Harrison will present the diplomas. President Waldrop and members of the Board of Trustees will congratulate the degree candidates. Candidates for the Doctor of Business Administration degree, please advance with your major professor to receive your hood and diploma. Scott Randolph Cohen, Business Administration, Major Professor, Dr. Donald C. Mosley, Jr. Jaco Kaiser, Business Administration, Major Professor, Dr. Donald C. Mosley, Jr. Alan Ray Whaley, Business Administration, Major Professor, Dr. William E. Gillis. The candidate in the graduate school for the degree of Doctor of Science in Systems Engineering degree and the graduate faculty in this department, please stand. And the student, please remain standing. Mr. President, the student is a candidate for the degree in the academic unit just named. On behalf of the graduate faculty, I recommend this degree be awarded.
By virtue of the authority granted to me by the Board of Trustees, I hereby award to the student who has completed the required programs of study that degree for which you have been recommended, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining. The marshals will direct you to the stage.
Dr. Harrison will present the diploma. President Waldrop and members of the Board of Trustees will join him in congratulating the degree candidate. The candidate for the Doctor of Science in Systems Engineering degree, please advance with your major professors to receive your hood and diploma. Matthias Andre Colomb, Systems Engineering, major professors, Dr. Nicholas D. Sylvester III and Dr. Srinivas Palanki.
Please join me in welcoming University of South Alabama Student Government Association President Ravi Rajendra, who will make remarks to the graduates.
Good afternoon. Go Jags. They're just two words, but they're two words that you've thought or said a lot in your past few years here. Let's break down those two words today. Jags. What's a Jag? A Jag is the pride of the red, white, and blue. A Jag is an individual who wants to make our nation and our world a better place. But all Jags don't want to make the world a better place in the exact same way. Every Jag has their own passions, and our passions are as diverse as the different mortarboards that we see here at Commencement. With this passion to build a better world comes a care for the individuals in it. You see, Jaguars care about their fellow human beings. We support and challenge each other in our pursuits. We welcome all. We're inspired by the stories of our fellow Jags, like the story of Judge Simon. We are South. Go. The word go and go Jags takes on a special meaning today. To go is to move from one place to another. Commencement equals go. Commencement is not about going away from South. Commencement is about a group of Jags following their passions and going out into the world together. That's what Go Jags means today. So Dr. Waldrop and I are kind of competitive, and we have a competition to see how spirited we can get y'all. So here's my part. Let's see how loud we can say Go Jags together today. So on the count of three, can I get